なんだ知らないの？ゼウスとエレクトラの子で、この海峡の名前の由来のギリシャ神話だよ。ちょっとかっこいい作戦名だろ。
I like him a little bit more. I like him a little bit more.
I like him a little less because he's a complete jackass. Oh, we're gonna battle with.
Here's a little bit of history lesson on why I named it this. Cool, don't you think? I don't know. That's the level of like war gamer that I appreciate. Let me tell you why I named my little mini this. It's about this and that. It's like, I like that. That's cool. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny. So, yes. How many titties do you want to see this episode?
I don't think we're going to see a lot of those. I think the last episode was also designed, which I didn't say that, to decompress, and now we're going back to battle, right? Because that's what the next one
so the
was.
recap episode wasn't designed to decompress?
No, the recap episode was designed to catch up people who might start it on, I haven't seen the first couple of episodes where I forgot. So boom, here is.
So how do then we explain the recap part of last episode?
Budget.
I think it was time.
Well,
I think we mentioned there was a commentary we were having in the earlier episodes of this season where we were discussing the fact that it felt like they were having maybe like rotating directors or something. And then we had a comment come in about there just wasn't that much time between the end of the first season and the start of the second season.
True. So, yeah. Which I think explains why they had a HD remake and added more scenes, because there's probably stuff that they wanted to add. And especially follow up Destiny. After Destiny, there's a movie, right? There's not a third season. There's a movie.
Well, there's not a third season, but we have the OVA to get into before we do the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Well, with all of that heavy commentary out of the way, I guess let's go ahead and hop on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Was that the Macross? No, that's not the Macross. I guess the
actually,
battle
it
in
looks a
space
lot like
is
the Rivus.
Yeah. The battle in space is intensify. Like, oh, a couple of skirmishes. This doesn't look like a skirmish.
Well, depends on how many fighters there are here. Again? I guess we don't have infinite nukes. Yeah, that famous Jesus quote.
Ooh. I thought orb was not a... I'm not going to care about orb, but now, of course.
Well, we haven't utilized their military for anything now. And now he's like, oh, they've got an impressive military. Also, if you recall from the flashback episode, they've got an impressive technological advantage over everyone else.
Yeah, yeah.
機関は竹見和地総司令官として私が行くまあいろいろあって代表が現在不在というとんでもない状況の我が国だだからこそ国の姿勢ははっきりと示しておかねばならないしっかりとよろしく頼むよ今度こそ
Alright, I guess Takato is gonna have a major role in the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for that bullet with his name on it.
For Takato?
No, for Yuna.
I was talking about
Who's gonna be in the front
Takato.
line.
You had to introduce who you're talking about before you change subject.
Yes, yeah.
I don't think. I think Yuna is going to have a turn. I think Yuna is going to turn into a good guy because look at him.
I don't think he's going to turn into a good guy. I mean, he's going with. Takato might turn into a good guy.
No, I'm talking about Yuna. You already changed subjects. Yeah, no.
I don't think Yuna's going to turn into a good guy.
Also, Takato doesn't have to turn into a good guy. Takato is a good guy.
Oh, he's about to go against Zaft on this one, so.
What mean anything?
Well, you were saying that the bad guys are the Earth Alliance.
Yeah.
And he's going to be fighting on the side of the bad guys.
Just because you're on the side of the bad guys doesn't make you a bad guy.
Oh, yeah. I guess because you're in the, chopping bodies with the murderer and the little, with the bodies of the little kids.
So you're saying that Kigali, you're saying Kigali is a bad guy?
No.
Technically, she's with Orb, So an Orb is with the Earth Alliance.
Well, she was kidnapped, though.
Yeah. Technically, she would still be there.
She was
Well, now you're making excuses.
Sword of the Blue Skies.
The part that she had wrapped around her ankle before.
寝かせる前に足の傷を見ておこうと思ってあのハンカチを取った途端怒り出しましてなんだごめんよステラ大丈夫誰も取りゃしないよ
Bad touch.
Not only that she wants it, so it's not bad touch.
ステラの大事なものを
Consent. It's literally consent.
だから
But we don't know the power dynamics here. The power dynamics.
I feel like we do. I feel like we do know what the power dynamic is.
何が大事なものを取ったりはしないだか毎度毎度お見事ですよ記憶ってのはあった方が幸せなのかない方が幸せ
so that's what they're doing. Removing memories or reprogramming them?
あれだけ騒ぐってことはよっぽど何かあったってことだろう
If she gets rid of the handkerchief next time we see her, then we'll know.
なんとか消えるでしょう彼らには記憶はない方が幸せだと思いますよ指示された敵をただ倒すだけの戦闘マシンに余計な感情は邪魔なだけです効率も悪くなるああ分かっている何を知っても思ってもどうせ何にもならん
Except for maybe combat experience. Maybe don't wipe that away.
Yeah.
街になんぞ出しちまったからないろいろなんだろうがメンテナンスは入念に頼むなはいあれほど死ぬのを怖がるあの子が死なずに済むには敵を倒し続けていくしかないんだ
Yeah, no, that makes you an asshole.
He said that. He already said that.
Yeah, and I agree.
Okay, but it doesn't mean anything if you agree with something he already said about himself.
レイザバレルでありますああブレイズザクファントムねハイネベステンフルスだよろしくしかしさすがに最新鋭だなミネルヴァは
Sure hope nothing happens to that giant cannon in the front, though.
まあそうですねベステンフルス隊長は今まではナスカ級に
ハイネでいいよそんな堅苦しいザフトのパイロットはそれが基本だろ 君はルナマリアだったね。
あ、はい。
俺は今まで軍本部だよ。この間の海戦時の防衛戦にも出たぜ。
隊長、俺たちはベステンフルス隊長の方が専任だ。
Based on what?
はいね。
You're a captain, though.
Doesn't matter. You're both faith.
お前隊長って言われてんの？
あ、いえ、まあ。
Because if that's true, then that means they all do report to Talia.
我々がそう。
ええ。ああ。いやでもさ、そうやって壁作って仲間外れにすんのはあんま良くないんじゃないの？俺たちザフトのモビルスーツパイロットは戦場へ出ればみんな同じだろ？フェイスだろうが、赤服だろうが、緑だろうが。
You're a negative influence on Shin, I feel like.
中軍のアホどもとは違うだろ？
はい。
だからみんな同じでいいんだよ。あ、それとも何？出戻りだからっていじめてんのか？
Yep, that's what these rank insignias mean on our uniforms. That we're
Yeah.
all equal.
なら隊長なんて呼ぶなよ。お前もお前だな、アスラン。なんで名前で呼べって言わないの？
すいません。
ま、今日からこの
Why are you so meek, dude?
息合わせてバッチリ行こうぜ。
Let this guy walk all over you.
やれたらいいんだけどね。ちょっとなかなか。
隊長。
アスランだ、シン。
Yeah, the guy that smacked you twice and told you to shape up was like, oh, now it's Alfred, you know.
Well, now that we're equals, slap, slap.
Yeah. Oh, here's my knife.
だいぶ荒れてきましたね。
The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, I don't remember the name of the ship, would be lost.
そう大きい低気圧ではありませんから。しかしまさか希望法回りとは思いませんでしたよ。
仕方ないさ。ステージは国会だ。インド洋じゃ観客がいないんだろ。戦う相手は同じでも。
しかしこのようなことは口にしてはいけないのでありましょうが、今回の派兵、自分にはやはり疑問です。他国を侵略せず。
I mean, legit, the last time we dispatched orb forces, they all fucking died.
それがオーブの理念であり、我らオーブ軍の理念でもあったはずです。なのに。
ああ、分かっている。だがこれも国を守るためといえばためだ。
No, it's not because you have some goddamn
いかな
power.
ることがあろうとも、
As a leader.
オーブの理念は守られてほしいと。
Power hungry
ア
coward.
ークエンジェルとカガリ様に願いをかけたがな。間に合わぬのなら、せめてどこかでこの戦いをカガリ様が見ていてくださることを祈ろう。
はい。
オーブの派遣軍ね。空母1、護衛艦6。明日の夕刻にはこちらへ入る予定だそうですが。
I mean, not for nothing, but they're gonna do fuck all against the Gundams.
いろいろ大変だな、俺たちも。やること多くて。はあ、
True enough. Just die.
ええ、わかった。確かにあの辺りは抑えとかなきゃならないところだからな。
何これ。
Well, there we go.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, reprogramming them. Now we know what those things are supposed to do.
Yes, I know,
reinforce
but there was the
program.
element that she might still remember. Was what they
Yeah.
actively discussed. They said, I think it'll get rid of it. So it doesn't actively get rid of everything all the time. CSS Minnow. Oh, Frog gonna be on board? It's not.
Oh, some spot. Yeah.
Well, I assume that that's gonna be the organization that Frog is working with. See, Frog.
間違いない。スエズに増援だ。
What the fuck happened to Cyan Gang, by the way?
市街地に被害が出ないといいけどな。
ジブラルタルを狙うつもりか、こちらへ来るかはまだわからないわ。でもこの時期の増援なら巻き返しと見るのは常道でしょう。スエズへの陸路は立て直したいでしょうし、司令部も同意見よ。もう本当にせめぎ合いね。ま、いつものことだけど。
はあ、その増援以外のスエズの戦力は、つまりはどのぐらいの規模になるんです？奴らの部隊は。
数はともかく。
I always love it when anime characters say one thing and then say, in other words, a very other simplified version of what I just said.
そう、だからちょっと面倒なの。 おそらく彼らも来るわ。
強奪機体ってアーモリーワンのか。
はい、そうです。
ともかく本艦は出撃よ。最前衛マルマラ海の入り口ダーダネルス海峡へ向かい守備につきます。発進は0600。
はいは。
あなたもよろしい？
ええ、それはも
では直ちに発進準備にかかります。
ええ、お願い。それとアスラ。
はい。
今度の地球軍の増援部隊として来たのはオーブ軍ということなの。なんとも言い難いけど、今はあの国もあちら
As you knew by the time you got almost,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, almost got shot down, but there was no chance they were gonna shoot you down.
でもこの国海への地球軍侵攻阻止は周辺のザフト全軍に下った命令よ。避けられないわ。避けようもないしね。今はあれも地球軍なの。いいわね。大丈夫？
はい。
I mean, again, no choice. What are you gonna do? Not do it?
Yeah. You could seal that. You know. Like, oh, you're gonna put it here. If the ship rocks, well, fuck it, it's gonna go flying. But you know,
I don't know. It keeps the thing on the table, the phone. The phone didn't go falling off.
yeah.
I don't know why it had to go into a jar. Like, what was it? I thought it was like a piece of, like, a necklace or something.
Oh, yeah.
信じらんないわよね、本当。こんなとこまで。でも今は地球軍だもんね。そういうこともあるか。
オーブにいたのか。対戦の後ずっと。いい国らしいよな、あそこは。
ええ、そうですね。
Well, it was 3 years ago.
綺麗だけどな。
はい。
戦いたくないか、オーブとは。
はい。
じゃあお前、どことなら戦いたい？
Dead
い
people.
や、どことならって。
I could fight all the dead people you throw at me.
やっぱり俺も
I think he's a liar.
そういうことだろ。
We really don't know what he's about.
割り切れ。
Obviously, it's a facade, but I just don't know to what angle.
俺たちは軍人なんだからさ。出ないと死ぬぞ。
Technically, you could desert.
And she's done it before.
はい。
なるほど。
But this goes into what I said about following orders. Would he stay on Saf's side?
辺りで迎え撃つことにするか。
I mean, the staff is still the good guys, as far as we can tell.
叩いていけばいいんだから。そう考えるのが最良かと。ザフトにはあのミネルヴァがいるということだけれども、まあ作戦次第でしょう。
Well, I mean, what the fuck happened to your ship?
逆にあれを落としてしまえば。
You should have been a carrier one day. What happened to your other ship?
Yeah.
頼もしいお話です。では先陣はオーブの方々に左右どちらかに誘っていただき、こちらはその側面からということで。
ああ、そうですね。それが美しい。
海峡を抜ければすぐに快適すると思いますが、よろしくお願いしますよ。
Yeah, nothing tells me you're not really good at this by wholeheartedly accepting, yeah, we'll take the front.
Sure, let's.
Even though
we're
just reinforcements, we'll take the front.
Yeah, he's just sucking up to the Earth Alliance. That's what he's doing, right?
It's not like the Atlantic Federation has historically used other forces as sacrificial material in the past.
おいシン、どうしたんだ？
別にどうもしませんよ。オーブって言ったって今はもう地球軍なんでしょ。
I mean, you did take out a number of their ships before.
Oh, he didn't take out any of the orb ships before. Now he will.
何言ってんですか、あんなやつ。
That bitch.
まだいろいろとできないことは多いけど、気持ちだけはまっすぐなやつだよ、かがりは。
そんなの意味ありません。国の責任者が気持ちだけだなんて。朝みんなそうだ。
君は本当はオーブが好きだったんじゃないのか。だから頭にくるんだろ。今のオーブ、おのごろで君の家族を守れなかったオーブが。
違いますよ、そんなの。
I mean, again, he's not wrong. As much of a shit Shin has been lately, he's still not wrong.
なんだ知らないの？ゼウスとエレクトラの子で、この海峡の名前の由来のギリシャ神話だよ。ちょっとかっこいい作戦名だろ。
Okay, I like him a little bit more. I like him a little bit more.
I like him a little less because he's a complete jackass. Oh, we're gonna battle, but
Here's a little bit of history lesson on why I named it this. Cool, don't you think? I don't know. That's the level of like war gamer that I appreciate. Let me tell you why I named my little mini this. It's about this and that. It's like, I like that. That's cool.
必死になってもまだ守ろうとするものがあるからさ。強いよね、そういう奴らは。前線してくれることを祈ろう。本当にこれで今度こそあれを落とせりゃいいんだが。
Well, there's a lot of main characters on it, so I doubt that's gonna happen.
セーバーインパルス発進。利水上昇鳥舵10。
I gotta say, as cool as the Impulse actually is, in that it's kind of like an Iron Man suit, just in Gundam form, still not a big fan of the put it together on the fly Gundam.
Yeah.
The RX-78-2 and the Impulse. My two biggest examples so far. Also, how much money you waste on those boosters every time.
Yeah. Well, there goes Orb.
Especially as he's shooting to kill right from the get-go. Everyone right in the cockpit. Well, just got in the cold twice. Yeah, I think, who is she reporting to?
それは一機ずつ取り囲んで落とすんだよ。そうすればいくらあれだって落ちる。これは命令だぞ。
Yes, stay on all your reserves all at once.
I mean, to be fair, you know, blitzkrieg him. Why not? Hit him with overwhelming force as fast as possible. It's not a bad move. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad move if you hadn't put yourself in the front lines.
The Scarab helmets.
Oh, gee, I wonder if this is gonna work. Legitimately spoiled by the next time on.
Yeah.
こから。なんだ。
Didn't expect this though. Kira.
フリーダム。キラ。
So Kira
Okay.
came to, I'm assuming, stop the fight because I don't think he's just defending Orb,
Yeah.
which means we're gonna get a lot of arm and leg shots because that's what Kira does. I don't know why he's showing up now though. Like, if they really just redeclared war or whatever, why didn't he show up in space?
And yeah, what's his game here?
I don't know. Like I said, need him to say something. So
I don't know. Yeah, but I'm baffled why he would attack the Minerva. Minerva's defending itself, basically.
Well, no, actually,
You
it's
know.
not. The Minerva is actually about to fire its primary massive weapon down the entire row of orb ships. Hold on.
Yeah.
対青き翼それはかつてよく知る友のもの動乱の時を経てなお親しいその彼が今また同胞を撃つのはなぜか混迷の戦場に響き渡るかがりの言葉は次回機動戦士ガンダムシードデスティニー戦火の影熱き海切り裂けグフ
Oh, so Goof has the same whip thing that the original Goof had, yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I don't know why they fucking just named everything and brought back Zaku's and Goops. Yeah, no, the Minerva was about to actively go on the offensive.
I mean, yeah, because so is he trying to protect Orb but not the Earth Alliance? He's trying to just stop the battle?
No, I said he's going to attack everything. It's going to be like when he came down out, God, what was the first place he came down? Alaska. I want to say Alaska.
Yeah.
Where he's just like chopping the legs and arms off of everything. He's making every shot as non-lethal as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, he hadn't done anything here yet, but all that did was take out the cannon.
Oh, I mean, it's a main armament of the Minerva, so
yeah. But if he's going to go all out on taking out the offensive capabilities of everyone in the area, then it doesn't matter if he takes out the primary weapon if nobody's going to have any weapons left by the end.
So it's going to be basically a three-way battle between Zaft, Kira in the Freedom, and the other Gundams are going to show up as well, right? Because they're waiting on the Alliance.
The Alliance, what you were looking for. I don't know. I think the most interesting thing to me is that Shin is going to be there, and Shin's already launched. And he's going to see the Freedom.
Yeah, and that's going to be.
Well, the problem is that the Freedom is still a 4 times advantage over previous Gundams, and I'm pretty sure Impulse is like still on the base Gundam level. So Shin is going to have no chance to beat Kira.
I mean, he still has the armor that would take a couple of shots, so
doesn't matter.
Special
again, Kira is on a 4 times advantage with no power limit.
That's true.
Shin can get repowered by the Minerva, maybe, but still is not anywhere near. Like it's the Freedom. Like Atherin would have to pull out the Justice because I don't think the Savior Justice is gone. I forgot.
Yeah,
Savior is still normal Gundam. Kira is the only one with the nuclear power system on side of it.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. Either way, I think it's going to still be a 3-way battle, though.
But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. It's what characters are where. The Alliance Gundam pilots are the most possible to die because they are not main characters, or they're secondary main characters. Lunamaria, I've already put on the death list, so possible. Anyone who's not in a Gundam, if you're in a Zaku or a Goof, you're up for death, I think. If you're in a Gundam, odds are no. Same for Kira. Kira's in the Gundam. If you were a main character in the previous season, I don't think you're going to die. At least not in like the opening fight of like the near halfway point of the show.
Yeah.
So again, for me, it's not the sides don't matter. I'm looking at this in a narrative perspective, and the narrative perspective is really the only people viable for death are on the Orb / Earth Alliance side.
Still, I mean, the thing is, okay, so Kira stops this fight, but does he stop the war? Or is it going to make it worse? I think he's going to make it worse.
How does he make it worse?
Because now he's going to get hunted by everybody, basically.
No.
Just because
he's
he has the
already
freedom
being
doesn't...
hunted by everyone, technically. Durandal's looking for him. Orb doesn't seem to consider it part of their operation. Now, it depends on how this fight goes. If Kira does fight everybody, then it's going to be a third-party thing again.
Yeah.
If he doesn't fight everybody, Orb could see that he attacked the Minerva and claim him as one of theirs, even if it's not, like when a terrorist organization claims an event, and, oh, we did that, even though they didn't.
Yeah.
Could be one of those. It depends on how far this battle goes.
Could be a multiple episode battle.
I doubt it. We don't get a lot of those, and they tend to be like the big end of the story things.
It started here, so
it doesn't count though. The last minute of an episode might as well be the beginning of the next episode, because you're going to see it again at the beginning of the next episode. When you overlap like that, I don't think it counts.
But we got tricked because I thought that beam actually would have come from like Phantom Pain. Like, oh, they set up a trap and.
I mean, that could have been their ship could have been underwater, and the beam could have gone up and out instead of down and under.
Yeah, but we know that it was Kira now, so.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, because I knew it was Kira instantly from obviously because it's the Freedom, but I didn't expect Kira was going to be here. I thought it was going to be some element of the fight, and it's like, whoa, they just showed us every Gundam still in the hangar, so who was out there? I don't know. You almost got what you wanted. Obviously, if the cannon had gone off, dude would have been dead.
Yeah.
Because even if they had evaded, it's a carrier on the water doing an evasion.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know. Like I said, I like him a little bit more. He's got that nerd in him. It's like, ugh.
I like him a little less because he comes even as a more of a stuck-up asshole.
Yeah, stuck-up asshole. He was being a nerd. He was forcibly educating people around him about passions that he has.
He was showboating, basically. I am so smart because I went to this
private he wasn't showboating, and how I know he wasn't showboating? He ended it with, cool, isn't it? That's somebody who's like happy with something that they've done, not like somebody who's like, and that's why I'm better than you. He had that nerd energy. So he's explaining why he used certain colors to paint his minis. It's like, oh, this is actually the Imperial Guard color from this very specific unit you might not know about. But if you put the lining on that, cool, isn't it? That's the energy he had.
Yeah, no.
That's not, I'm smarter than you because I know all these different colors on these Imperial Guard uniforms. It's, oh, look at this. I went very specific about all of these colors, and it's very cool.
Okay, then.
That's what I'm saying. I appreciate that. That is nerd energy, and I like it.
The only reason why I don't want him dying in that bridge is because it would take the other guys out. But, collateral damage.
I mean, I have to think that's the only reason why they built it up to like that kind of moment. Because we keep going back to, I keep saying Dakota because I don't have my board up, so I don't remember specifically his name. But we keep going back to him and his reference shots back to Yuna. So, I don't know, because otherwise, who else is on that carrier? Nobody, really. Nobody we know or care about.
Yeah.
That's why the whole orb thing doesn't really matter, because it's like two guys, really. I know somebody out there is like, the emotional level of the death of a large number of soldiers on the battlefield really gets to them, and it's like that's the emotionality of war and whatnot. And it's like, my perspective, all I can really think about is the characters that I'm keeping track of. Because, I mean, that's like the whole Joker's thing, right? A couple people die, it's a tragedy. 100 people die, it's the newspaper, the statistic. Well, that's how I'm keeping track of the show, right? Character I really care about is like, I'm about to die. No, God, please. All my favorite characters die. Please let this one survive. Whereas 7 carriers explode because Shin destroys them with a beam. It's like, yeah, fucking get him, Shin.
Oh, there you have it. We are done with this episode. We have, this is episode number, 22? 23?
22.
22. And this series has 55 episodes?
I literally said we were near the halfway point. Yeah,
so, we're getting there. Still, I don't know where this is going to go next, which is what I like. It's like, oh, okay, this has got interesting. So
well, it's just the twists usually come nearest the end. I gotta assume somewhere around 30 we're gonna get the reveal of what shit is actually about and what the fight is gonna turn into. And at some point we're gonna hit that point that Fenrir thought we were gonna fuck everything up by misunderstanding something. I mean, do you think we misunderstood something? Because at what point do we have to think that maybe
Kira could be misunderstood? Like who's? Well, we don't know yet.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think in the last 2 episodes that we misunderstood something, that Fenrir was afraid that we might misunderstand it?
Not that I think so. But then again, if we misunderstood it, we wouldn't know.
Also, keep in mind that we also have to assume it's something that Fenrir would have misunderstood and had misunderstood for years. So, like, does Fenrir think we're stupid enough not to understand the mind wipe thing? Even though they actively said it out loud?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know.
What did we maybe misunderstand?
I think we misunderstood originally they may have been clones or something like that. In fact, they're people who got reprogrammed to be these perfect soldiers. Erase every memory except what is necessary for them to be pure soldiers.
I still think they're clones. I think specifically I talked about something that Neo said about them to a scientist guy, like in the first 10, 12 episodes. I can't remember what it is now, though.
These are the guys that come from the program, but we have other people. These are the successful ones, basically. That's what I think what he said. He's discussing them specifically. Like they were part of a much bigger program, and these are the ones that are the successful ones, right? We tried others, but these are the ones that are, But the fact that Neo then says she's so afraid of dying, that means I think that she might have been a victim of a situation where she came near dying, and that's what they're using to control her. Like they're suppressing those memories. Exactly what they're doing, remapping their minds or whatever, but keeping others that, the visceral reaction to it. That's why all of them have code words, right? That the code word triggers that reaction. Her is like, oh, she probably had a traumatic experience where she was near death or dying, right? And, she said, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, right? And when they reprogram her, she's like kind of loopy and like, oh, carefree because, her survival instinct is not there.
I mean, it could be. It would give them more stuff to use. Like, obviously, if they aren't clones and they are just mind-wiped people, that would imply that there's possibility of people that knew them before. Mm-hmm. And that's obviously something you could use with a story.
Yeah.
Or the fact that they could also push through that whole loss of memory thing. Like, obviously, I feel like Stella is going to start remembering Shin, even though her mind is getting wiped. And the implication therein would open them up to, like, the other people remembering their families or who they were before, whatnot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think... and also that would explain why she starts making a connection with Shin, recognizes who he is, and then kind of switches sides. Because the whole thing about having them together, I guess...
What if
I see him play catch.
she was the sister?
Ew.
They regenerated her missing body parts. They saved her. I guess gave her a hair dye job. And she is the sister.
Falls in love with his older brother.
I mean, she doesn't have to be falling in love. There's no indication that they fall in love.
Well, when they're doing the intro, they present them kind of like the same way they present Kagali and Kira.
No, they're just near each other. In fact, there's one of him, Stella, screaming at him in the opening. So that doesn't like present them the same way Kagali and Athrun have.
I think they are meant to be a couple. Although they could do this thing where they did with Kagali and Kira. It's like, oh, they're going to be a couple, whatever. And it's like, no, we're twin brother and sister. And you are going to be my best friend, who used to be my enemy. My best friend who turned my enemy, turned my best friend again. And I'm going to hook up with I'm going to hook up with the ex-fiancé. Problem solved.
Well, you weren't there for the journey of Kigali's dad dropping they haven't met they've just recently met each other thing, and then trying to
but I saw it in the movie.
Well, but you don't get that across like 20 episodes trying to guess or figure out who the other person is. Because obviously, I remember the journey was, well, it couldn't be Athrun, even though Athrun seems like the obvious one, because Athrun and him knew each other as kids, and he's saying they just met. And it's like, well, it looks like they're trying to push Kigali and it was a romantic couple, so that couldn't be. Trying to figure it out along the way. Whereas nobody in this show has said something of that nature yet. Like, oh, they just met. And it's like, there's none of that.
Either way, those are my thoughts. I'm waiting for our next recording to see what happens.
All right. Well, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?